morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Sir Meerkat, and welcome back to the Moto Meerkat channel. Sorry about not uploading last week, guys. I wanted to make sure I focused on the Moto Meerkat World Series, which has now had its first round at Algarve. I hope you really enjoyed the stream, and if you didn't get involved and watch Saturday midday last week, you can again for round 2 this Saturday at midday again. For that race, we will be at Catalonia, and it's all going to be streamed on this channel right here, so make sure you click that red button down below and subscribe. But today, I'm going to be starting a new series called That Time When, where I explore interesting snippets from the history of motorsport. Moments that make you say, wow, or moments that make you say, what the bloody hell is going on here? And I think that last statement fits a little bit too well with the story I'm going to be telling you today. I wanted to see just who actually was this crazy bloke that ran onto the Hangar Straight at the Silverstone race in 2003. This is Neil Horan, or as some of you may know him, the Grand Prix Priest. Neil Horan is a Catholic priest born to 12 other siblings in Knockeen Ahone, Scartaglan in County Kerry. No idea. But he is now the ripe old age of 73 and living in London, England. But back in 2003 it was when he first made sort of the UK headlines, and he would continue his infamy from there. There were big changes to the sport in 2003. Obviously the sport of Formula 1 is obviously what I'm going to be talking about. There was one lap qualifying introduced to give smaller teams sort of more exposure on the television. Optional Friday testing was added. Only one type of wet weather tyre was able to be used by the teams, and the point system was extended from 1st to 6th place to 1st to 8th place. The championship would turn out to be an absolutely incredible title fight, where we would eventually see Schumacher pip a very young Kimi Raikkonen. By the 9th round that was on British soil, Schumacher was leading Raikkonen 64 points to 56. But during the race there would be a new challenger for the title. No, not the F1 title, the title of being the biggest twat. As we all probably know, the Hangar Straight is one of, if not the fastest part of the Silverstone track, and back in 2003 these were the days where we had the V10 engine beasts that would reach around
160 miles an hour the cars are doing as they come through there.
And this was where Horan decided to conduct his protest. As the cars flew past him, he remained in the middle of the track like a complete wally, wearing an orange skirt and waving a religious banner stating, "Read the Bible is always right." Now, I've not got a problem with someone sharing their beliefs, but telling me to take note of your beliefs when you're putting yourself in that level of danger does not make me want to actually take your beliefs in. It just makes me think you're an utter lunatic. Horan was eventually tackled by a marshal named Stephen Green, who removed him before Horan was, of course, arrested. He would later be charged with and pled guilty to aggravated trespass and sentenced to 2 months in jail. The lovely marshal that sort of saved the day was later awarded the BARC Browning Medal for outstanding bravery in tackling a track invader during the Grand Prix. But after getting out from the clink, Horan decided that he wasn't done with his antics quite yet. He was arrested before he could do anything stupid at the 2004 Epsom Derby, which is a very short drive from my house. He disrupted the men's marathon at the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens, Greece, where he used a placard and pushed the race leader into the crowd. He'd also planned to protest at the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany, but the police there were able to stop his plans before he could put them into place. To sum up just how properly mental this bloke really is, he told a newspaper that he would carry posters declaring that Adolf Hitler was a good leader who was following the word of Christ at pro-Nazi demonstrations that he was planning to stage. This isn't a normal bloke. Prior to this, in 2004, he was found not guilty of indecent assault against a 7-year-old girl. So that's good, at least he hasn't done something that's that horrific. But he did admit that he was naked while the girl tickled him and while they played hide and seek together. Oh my f***ing god, what the f***? An absolutely vile creature. And because of these actions, the Catholic Church rightfully denounced him as a priest in 2005. And after this exposure of these horrific actions, you'd think he's sworn into infamy forever. There's no chance of him ever coming back from that. But But no, in 2009, Horan auditioned for the 3rd series of Britain's Got Talent. You couldn't write this stuff. If you don't know, Britain's Got Talent is a massive game show in the UK, broadcast on one of the biggest channels, ITV. And he performed an Irish jig on stage, and the crowd, they were loving it, gave him a standing ovation, and obviously Simon wasn't particularly impressed, but the other judges were loving it. And they sent him through to the next round. Excuse me, ITV, what is going on? I thought you were supposed to have some sort of really professional process to back check these kind of people. But maybe they realised their mistakes after the episode was aired, because he was never actually allowed to compete further on from that round. And he's rarely seen today. The most recent photos online are of him sort of doing jigs on the street, I guess for more exposure or for money or something, I don't know. But that's where our story ends for today. Folks, I'm sorry for ruining just what was before a funny F1 meme. I didn't quite realise the horrific backstory to that funny man runs on track meme before, but I was amazed no one was covering it on YouTube, so I thought I would enlighten you as well. But if you did end up enjoying the story, be sure to drop a little like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel, because I make motorsport content every Tuesday and every Friday that you're not going to want to miss. And be sure to let me know down in the comments what crazy, mental, weird F1 moment you'd like me to cover in the next episode. But thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see all of you meerkats later. Goodbye, guys.